Welcome all across the galaxy to the unfinished episodes of Legends of the Galaxy Season 2. What you're about to see is the first 3 chapters of Season 2. You will notice that there is some editing stuff which hasn't been finalised or finished. In chapters 1 and 2 you'll notice that the audio is a little bit unbalanced from sound effects, from vocals, from narration and to music itself. It was something I had kind of tried to sort out and wanted to finalise when I got to the end of the production. However, in the end that was not the case. There's also some special effects which are not finished, especially in the dogfighting scene at the very beginning. And elsewhere there's a fighting scene where there are some connections which are not finalised. However, I am still happy to showcase at least the concept of chapters 1, 2 and 3. What you'll also notice, especially in chapter 3, is there are quite a few scenes missing, or things which just don't really make sense in the context of, you as the audience don't know what's happening. So for example, there are cards scattered around, especially chapter 3, filling you in on what scenes were supposed to be there to fill the gap to the next scene. Also, chapter 3 is where you start to see where everything went wrong. That being where the file corruptions happened and all the files went missing. So you'll see missing media quite a lot in chapter 3 as well. Also, there is no sound effects in chapter 3, and the music that I've put on top of it is just a placeholder. It was never meant to be what was used, but it was just to add something to the unfinished episode to give it some flavour. There are 1 or 2 scenes where the music is what I wanted for those scenes and have been since the very beginning, and I think they do pay off quite nicely, even if it doesn't line up properly and wasn't the intended conclusion that I wanted to have for that chapter. Also just to add, at the end of this I will do a video which will go over all the chapters, especially the ones which you never got to see. Some voice acting scenes between my voice actor crew and their scenes which never saw the light of day, so I'd like to show that in the future. And I'll also be talking about my final thoughts on how the production went for Legends of the Galaxy Season 2 and how I feel about it almost 2.5 years later. Gosh, it has been that. Has it been 2.5? So maybe 2 years later in production wise, and how I would probably do things a lot differently, mainly writing wise. I feel like myself as a writer, I've improved a lot since I first finished this version of this script. I think if I was to go back now, I probably wouldn't do this story for quite a few reasons. And but at the end of the day, at the time I was very happy with the story. But I think that, I'm rambling now, but I'm still happy that I've made it, at least some of it. Right, I'm rambling. You want to watch the episodes, so here we go. And as always, may the Emperor's blessings bestow upon you.